I had a little easel to set this on, and I had 3. They're all gone. I don't know wherefore art thou. They have, as I would say, pissed appeared. I have a lot of grandkids. I got a feeling it's set up in some dolly setup in the loft. Okay, so I was having a conversation with a buddy of mine yesterday, Shadow, and we were talking about situational saving throw modifiers, about taking cover and getting bonuses versus physical spells. Okay, perfectly reasonable. If it gives you a bonus to AC for concealment and cover, then it will give you a saving throw bonus versus a physical attack. Any item. Now, granted, there will be exceptions. Gas attacks, those around corners, and things like purely magical attacks, poison, what about a breath weapon or a beam or a blast, right? So, I had mentioned that I remember reading that magical shields would give us save versus the dragon breath because he has a situation where there's a lot of dragons in his game or something. And he couldn't recall that. And I was like, I know, I'm pretty sure it's in the DMG. I'm thinking about making that ruling in my game. Magical shields, magical plus, will give you a saving throw bonus versus dragon breath. Within reason, it's not going to give you a saving throw bonus versus the cloud of chlorine gas from a green dragon. These common sense people. Anything it can deflect around you, sands, dragon slayer, film, when he hunkers down behind the shield, and artwork, and what about St. George and stuff like that. It's perfectly reasonable. No one remembers reading it. I honestly believe a lot of people haven't reread the AD&D DMG as a point of reference. And if you got a game that's AD&D light and it doesn't touch upon something, reference AD&D, and I go with that a lot. So we're playing Dragon Slayer, and I consider it an AD&D light clone, not a VX AD&D mashup like a lot of people want to say. I mean, it's racist class. It's not. There's no racist class. It's race plus class, which is the real big break between BX and AD&D, and then the different types of classes. So, I've already given previously situational modifiers. If you're behind a pillar and you're getting anywhere from +2 to +4 to your AC, then that will be to your saving throw versus physical attacks as well. I don't know if anybody remembers it. I mean, I don't think my guys take notes. If I don't remember to make it a rules ruling in my Discord where it's always there's nothing to reference outside of a scribble on a piece of paper, then I may throw in the trash after the session, or a piece of index card that sits here and it gets piled up with no sorting. I know my faults. I'm just being honest. But on page 80, the DMG about saving throws, it goes over it. And I found it. I knew it was in there. I may remember the picture of the damn Rust monster. Okay, so the magical properties of the various sorts of magic armor will sometimes, but not always, add bonuses to saving throw dice made by wearers. All cases can be dealt with because you would be exception. And it goes to gas, poison, spells which do not cause physical damage or big nose. Saving throws will receive unarmed bonuses against acid, except with immersion. Disintegration, falling damage. I didn't realize. I don't remember that. But if you get a save versus falling damage, I guess your magical armor will help absorb that. For the suit of armor, typically I'm only going to allow the shields to deflect dragon breath, right? And spells, fire, magical, and otherwise spells which cause physical damage. Exception: metallic armor will not add saving throws against electrical attacks. So if you got a metal shield and the blue dragon breeze doesn't deflect, it just spreads it out for you. Ah! Of course, where there are no saving throws permitted, magic armor does not then give such an option unless otherwise stated. So I'm going to make that ruling and post it in my Dragon Slayer, in my Discord where I run games. I don't say Dragon. It's not purely Dragon Slayer. That's my choice for Dungeon Crawl, Classic Fantasy. But I got some channels in there for Modern, which I haven't been running. No one seems interested in my pool of players on my Discord server, at least, right? So my Discord is only open to those who I am going to be playing a game with. And if you're not an active player, eventually I'll probably just remove you. People have been removing themselves. I can be something. Eventually I'll rub everybody the wrong way. So it's what it is. It is what it is. But for adding extra saves to your players' bonuses, so if you're hiding behind a pillar and you're getting +2 bonus to your AC, and your guy's wearing a +2 suit of, say, studded leather because he's an archer type, he's avoiding the melee because he's cowardly, then that +2 and +2 would stack, giving them a +4 to saving throws versus physical attack spells, where that would be if it gives a saving throw. Remember, things like Burning Hands, there's no save. So the Burning Hands would wrap around the foe, I guess. The other more direct spells, like a Lightning Bolt or whatever, +4 to that saving throw, on top of any other magical bonuses you might have. So if it's a Halfling, they would get their +4 versus spells, +4 for the 2 situational modifiers. Scout your terrain. I noticed in Dragon Slayer that the hits are harder, and the AC becomes more of a hurdle because there's less progression of the THAC-O. Right? THAC-O's 20, and you get a base attack bonus. That's a max at +8 for warriors. So your best THAC-O for the meat machine is going to be a 12 in relative terms, right? So you have to take care of situational modifiers, which is flanking, +2 to hit. If you want to make your armor better and you're a light armor wearer, you seek cover. Fire and cover is something they teach you in the military if you want to live. If you're standing there in your BDU and your flak jacket, standing there shooting, you are going to die. Just stand up in the left field, bud. You'll be all right. Okay. If you can seek cover, seek cover. And like I said, anywhere from +2 to +4 to your AC, maybe even more. If it's like a window where you're covering 75% of your body, I'm stepping back 5%, I'm stepping back 5 feet, and then I'm firing at an angle through the window where you can barely see me. I will give you a big +4, maybe more. I'm not sure. Arrow slits would be like maybe a +10. To get +10, you can try to shoot through the AC. But the guy in chainmail is -5. Why? Because he's behind an arrow slit. You're trying to fire through an arrow slit at range. Okay, have at it, buddy. He also gets high ground advantage. He's on the second floor. +1, +2. Oh no! It makes you think about your terrain more, and I like it. It's a little bit more miniature, intensive than I'm really care for, but the players love it. So they love scrounging up an extra +1 or +2, and if that gets your players involved, then by all means get them into it. But yeah, make the +3 shield even more valuable than just pure AC. It's +3 on saves versus Lightning Bolt, Fireball, and Dragon Breath. And when your saves are not that great, that's a godsend. That is amazing. So, the more you know, dig a little deeper. You read through some. I've tempted the idea of using all shield stuff be splintered in my Dragon Slayer game. I'm leaning against it right now. So, yeah, game well, game often. Guys, have a good day. Enjoy your weekend.